name's Flight Daily Epica. I'm ready. Day 9. Let's go.
Welcome to Arithmetic. We're going to begin our lesson today reviewing some facts, our 1 multiplication facts and our 2 multiplication facts. So let's take a look at this first chart. The first chart has our 1 multiplication family. Girls, you're going to start with 0 times 1. Boys, you will echo with 1 times 1. Girls, stand. 0 times 1. Together begin.
0 times 1 equals 0. 1 times
1 equals 1.
2 times 1 equals 2.
3 times 1 equals 3.
4 times 1 equals 4.
5 times 1 equals 5.
6 times 6 equals
7 times 1 equals 7.
8 times 1 equals
9 times 1 equals 9.
10 times 1 equals 10.
11 times 1 equals 11.
12 times 1 equals 12.
Ooh, good, strong teams. We're going to continue with our 2 multiplication family, but boys, we're starting with you this time. So gentlemen up, 0 times 2. Together begin.
0 times 2 equals 0.
1 times 2.
2 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4.
3 times 4
equals 6. 4 times 2 equals 8. 5 times 2 equals 10. 6 times 2 equals 12. 7
times 2
equals 14. 8 times 2 equals 16.
9 times 2 equals 18.
10 times 2 equals 20. 11 times 2 equals 22. 12 times 2 equals 24.
Excellent done. Jackson, you may turn on the lights. We're going to play a game. This time I'm going to say a fact. And if you have a number that could fill in the blank for our missing fact, you may hold it up. So students, you may take out your numbers, and students watching, you be ready to tell me also the number I would need to fill in the blank. So, if you have the number to complete this fact, hold it up. 3 times what equals 6? And what is your, not 6. What is it, Yuna?
2.
2 is correct. 2 times what equals 2? Students watching?
1.
And Amaya, stand to give us your number.
1.
Yes, it is 1. 1 times what equals 0?
0.
You're right, Jacob. What is it?
0.
It is the number 0. 4 times 1 equals what? Students watching?
4.
Oh, Aiden, what is your number?
4.
4 is correct. 5 times 2 equals? What do you have, Caden?
10.
10 is correct. 8 times 2 equals? Students watching?
16.
And in our classroom, Madison, what do you have?
16.
Stand and tell me. Yes, ma'am. 9 times 2 equals? What do you have?
18.
18, Adriana, correct. 7 times 2 equals? What do you have?
14.
Arthur? You've got it. 6 times 2 equals? Students watching? And in our class?
12.
Oh. What is it, Lexi?
12.
12 is correct. 3 times 2 equals?
6.
What do you have, Carson?
6.
There's the number 6. 12 times 2 equals? What do you have? Cadence?
24.
24 is right. 11 times 2. Students watching? And
22.
Emily?
22.
22 is right. 10 times 2 equals? What do you have, Jimmy?
20.
Yes, all right. Students, numbers down. In just a moment, we're going to do lesson 9 for our speed drill. You'll have 2 minutes to complete this. Prepare for your speed drill. After me. Ones,
Ones,
tens,
tens,
hundreds,
hundreds,
1,000s,
1,000.
10,000,
10,000.
100,000.
100,000.
Now, our next chart has our place values, but there are no labels, and I'm not going in order. So think carefully. This 7 is in what place? Gage?
1,000.
Not the 1,000s, not the thousands. Jackson?
100.
Yes, it is the hundreds. What about the 5? Emily?
9,000.
Yes, the 10,000s. What about the 9? Una?
Ones.
Good. What about the 8? Madison?
10.
What about the 6? Jimmy?
1,000.
Good. Good. 1,000s. The 4? Aiden?
100,000.
Not 5,000. Think if we're starting with ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000s, 10,000s, the? Help him out, Arthur.
11,000.
Not 11,000s. You're thinking. You're almost there. Una?
100,000.
Yes, 100,000s. Class, let's say that.
100,000.
Yes, the 100,000s. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of numbers. Jackson, you may turn on the lights. And then I want you to tell me what digit, the value of that digit that's circled. So first of all, read the number for me. Adriana?
6,210.
Yes, 6,210. The 1 is circled. What digit is the 1 in, Emily?
10. 10.
Good. Read this next number, Una.
83,261.
Good. The 8 is circled. What digit is the 8 in, Jackson?
10,000.
The 10,000s. Well done. Read this next number, Anna.
52,000.
52,000, and then say the last 2 digits.
52,068.
There you go. Now the 2 is circled. What digit is this in, Carson?
The 1,000.
The 1,000s is correct. Read this number, Kathleen.
9,431.
And the 9 is circled. What digit is that in, Dev?
1,000.
The 1,000 is correct. Read this number, Jacob.
4,826.
Good. The 8 is circled. What digit is that in, Cadence?
The 100.
The hundreds is correct. Read this number, Emily.
5,272.
Yes, and we'll go on and find out what digit is the 5 in, Jimmy?
Thousands.
Yes, it is the thousands. Read this number, Adriana.
7,963.
Good. The 9 is in what digit, Madison?
The 100.
Good. Just the hundreds or the 100s is correct. Read this number, Arthur.
706,582.
Good. That was a hard one, and you got it correct. Now, the 7 is circled. What digit is the 7 in, Gage?
7,000.
Close. 7,000. The
100,000.
close. 700. Okay, the comma reminds us that we're in the thousands. So it is in the 100. Yes, the 100,000s. Now, students watching, you read this number for me.
6,600. 7,783.
And Una.
66,783.
Good. And the 7 is in what digit? What digit is that place value, Amaya?
100.
Yes, it is in the hundreds. Read this one, Carson.
15,206.
The 2 is in what place, Dev?
100.
The hundreds is correct. So as you look at those numbers, you can determine the value of each of those digits depending on the house or the place value house that it lives in. Now we're going to continue looking at some more subtraction. As we look at subtraction, we're going to again determine when we need to borrow. So let's take a look at this first subtraction problem that I have on the chalkboard. In the top number, the minuend, I have 523. The subtrahend,
6.
6 is correct. Now let's look at the tens column. 4 minus 7. Do I need to borrow, Jacob?
Yes.
I do. So I need to go to my next door neighbor's house and borrow right beside it. How do I borrow? Class, stand.
Subtract
Subtract 1, add 10.
Seated. So let's do that. 6 minus 1, you can to use that today as we solve some more problems in rounding to round to the next group of hundreds. So let's take a look at the chalkboard. Let's take a look at this number, and we'll be able to determine when we need to round and in which direction we need to round. So the number is 580. You can see that it's already rounded to that first group of tens, but I want to determine which group of hundreds I'm rounding to. So let's take a look at this 5. The 5 right here. This is the number I'm looking at to round up to the next group of hundreds or down. So now let's think. What two hundreds is 580 between? Well, if I were going to round down, it would simply be the number that it is, 500. So it's between 500 and what is the next group of hundreds if I went past it, Anna?
600.
600 is correct. So those are my two choices. I either have 500 or 600. Now, according to my rule, is 5 going to round back down to 500 or is it going to round up to 600? Adriana? Yes, it's going to round up to 600. How did you know to round up, Adriana?
Because of the 8 in the middle.
Not because of the 8, because of the
5.
5. The 5 shows you that you are going to round up. And yes, you do look at the 8 to determine that number goes up. Let's look at 220. We're going to start by looking at this digit here in the hundreds place. Now, what two groups of 100s is 220 between? Well, I could determine by pretending that both of these are zeros that the first one is 200. The next 100 after 200 would be what 100, Tyra? What was it?
300.
300 is correct, yes. Now, we need to look at this 2 and determine, am I going to round up or am I going to round down? Well, from our rule, we know that with 2, which direction do we round, Jimmy?
Round down. Down.
Down. So I'm going to round down to the 200, and that would be the 100 that it rounds to. Now let's look at this one, 850. The first digit we're looking at is the hundreds to determine which group of hundreds we're rounding to. Now, as we look at the digits beside it, that will help us determine whether we're rounding up or down. So, first of all, pretend that both of these we have is 800. What would be the next 100 after 800?
900.
Yes, 900. So we know that 850 comes between 800 and 900. Now, which direction do we round? We'll look
Round
at the
up.
5 to determine, is it going up or is it going down? Is 5 going to go up to the 900 or down to the 800? What do you think, Jacob?
Up to 900. Up to the 900.
Yes, so it will go up to the 900. So as you take a look, you start with the hundreds, and then you look at the digit beside it to determine which direction it needs to go.
Four plus 3 equals 7. 9 plus 9 equals 80. 5 plus 6 equals 11. 9 plus 7 equals 16. 7 plus 6 equals 13. 4 plus 7 equals 11. 6 plus 5 equals 11. 6 plus 8 equals 14. 9 plus 3 equals 12. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 9 plus 1 equals 10. 8 plus 6 equals 14. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 9 plus 4 equals 13. 3 plus 8 equals 11. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 6 plus 2 equals 10. 6 plus 9 equals 8 equals 15. 9 plus 8 equals 17. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 8 plus 7 equals 15. 4 plus 5 equals 9. 7 plus 7 equals 14. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 5 plus 2 equals 7. 9 plus 6 equals 8 equals 15. Thirteen minus 8 equals 5. 9 plus 3 equals 6. 18 minus 9 equals 9. 16 minus 7 equals 9. 12 minus 8 equals 4. 15 minus 6 equals 9. 8 minus 3 equals 5. 6 minus 5 equals 1. 0 minus 2 equals 0. 1 minus 2 equals 2. 2 minus 2, 0 multiplied 2 equals 0. 1 multiplied 2 equals 2. 2 multiplied 2 equals 4. 3 multiplied 2 equals 6. 4 multiplied 2 equals 8. 5 multiplied 2 equals 10. 6 multiplied 2 equals 12. 7 multiplied 2 equals 14. 8 multiplied 2 equals 16. 9 multiplied 2 equals 18. 10 multiplied 2 equals 20. 11 multiplied 2 equals 24. 12 multiplied 2 equals 24. Bye.